Between Bhutan and Bangladesh in northeast India is the state of Meghalaya, a place of great natural beauty and ecological importance. A place where it is not unusual to meet an elephant on your way to work. A place where choices must be made concerning traditional and modern ways of life. Here in this remote, hilly tribal region, one ethnic group, the Garo, have begun to show how important rural communities are when they take the lead in mitigating and adapting to climate change. The Garo Hills presents a verdant landscape, blessed with abundant water, fertile soils, and a benign climate. Home to more than 1 million people. The region is also one of the few remaining areas where it is possible to find top predators, leopards, elephants, and biodiversity of all kinds.
Ya selvagri songni asong ya ko jengo ambiat trima akcham pakachamrang ino songdong acha jengo ya songni mandirang alia songni songnok keparap anchi boli onimang iko mania Perisi mania changan si mino thotsa Thotkidi rabar bai songdap kerkerki donin dagi seyuri bagnaro. Daudi mani jadok. Daudi maina songsar ken dong jadok na. Kristen ngani kun manja.
These villagers' ancestors have lived in and preserved these forests for thousands of years. Their traditional religion worshiped the spirits in all living things. Their legends reinforced a sense of wonder and awe about the forest. Generation after generation have loved the beauty of the natural environment and realized that it provided their food, their water, their shelter, everything that they needed in their lives.
Singadi angadi yang ni chingi song sasat kri ni kungko boreng donani di chingadi yara mek kanba tura thon kemek ni an cibis kong ani kemen aru ta uru demo boreng bolgrum gride chuli jainga hani ma sin singa songgem meli ya matchukong songprot chingi adok ni boreng damsa ko rizap taki donani singa songgem meli in donaha maina ta uru de singa boreng bolgrum ko rakhianira 지릉 집이스나 발바랑나 아르 자송난 감차트뽕나 바동아니 지가 송감간 늑삼수이 야고도나.
One of their neighbors is especially appreciative. Elephants are indigenous to this region. This is perfect elephant habitat. The Garo Hills has well over 1,000 elephants, one of the highest concentrations of wild elephants in India. To have such a high density of megafauna is relatively rare in modern times and suggests a natural system of very high ecological function.
We consider elephants to be architects of the habitat. They change the habitat by their feeding, by their just movement. They open new paths for other animals to follow, and by their dung. There's a number of animals, insects and others that survive on elephant bolas, on the dung.
Elephants and people have coexisted in the Garo Hills for as long as anyone can remember, and both are integral parts of the natural system here. For the people, yet another symbol of the health and wealth of the region's ecology has been the existence of another primate in the forest, the Huluk gibbon.
요 맞부릉을 아키야 되면은 내 경우가 마이나 맞부릉 동작엔 중어대 송어바 무큼라 송바 동작 으로 아키요 블롱에 남그네와 마이나 으로 마크린 그바 동작 스칼데스 강원이 만드랑 강원이 잘라 니베스 강원이 잘라바 만드랑 강알봉자 원 맞부릉 블롱에 남그네와 송나 잣나 무큼라 송바 동화.
There is sufficient data to state that a clear trend exists showing a marked decrease in the number of gibbons in the forest.
The gibbon population throughout India is declining at a very alarming rate. In the last 3-4 decades, nearly 75% decline in gibbon population has been reported. Through numerous surveys, reports, and repeated studies, it has been found that the gibbon population in Garo Hills is also declining, perhaps not at the same rate as the rest of the country, but definitely it's very critical and it is very detrimental for the survival of the gibbons.
The fact that the local people revere the animal suggests that this is a fairly reliable indicator that the ecosystem is deteriorating. Traditionally, the type of agriculture practiced here has been to slash and burn the hillsides, known as jhum cultivation.
The method of jhuming is basically just slash during the winter season and then let it dry, and then during March and before the onset of the monsoons it is burnt. And on the very first rains the seeds are planted and then the production starts.
The first year provides a relatively good yield, but with each crop, the productivity decreases.
Generally, a good jhum cycle is between 10 to 15 years. But here in Garo Hills, since the jhum area is decreasing, they are jhuming the same area in a shorter term. So, if they jhum the area in a shorter term, the yield is not much.
왜 제가 대와 아바디 송금간차 송금간차 송금먹차바 마이 못담에 탈거니 못담에 탈탐 못담데 탈독게 탈신바 놓고만디 방아 크리와야 근데 그 괜찮으바니 뭐 마가나 형와야 왜냐면 그먹간데 방에 우주 괜찮으데 보롱보롱 와가지고 거라 왜냐면 그뭐 집어 walso 괜찮으데 다우다 또 우마트랑 보내 takani 바 동점 못자 아르 지릉 집이 있을 거 물론 특방만 차 이거 전체 제대다데 리잡도 나네 송금은 휘영한 미팅에 넌 만차적 가르다 시간에.
Change is coming to the people of the Garo Hills. They all have cell phones, and the transportation systems have improved somewhat. Electricity is promised at some point in the future. The modern world, with its shiny wrappers and promise of more stuff, beckons. But if the people go to town in search of a better life, they often only find that they don't have the skills needed to compete with the more sophisticated, better educated city people. This often means they end up taking the lowest forms of work, much worse off than they were at home.
mana tsinga nige ongen mana don thona de man jawa mana de niba don thong jawa don thong agdan wa igino ta kha saimon asima government ba da chingni daka ko nikimang sanaba phal phiene sanaba chi sale sanaba bari bagan da ke ni khasin onat ken chimo de namang igen ar khomiang igen mana anga ba direct bonnan ge naba wa khoni don thona de man jawa niba na simangni dakchakani ko manode anga ba bignang jawa government ba bignang jawa mana namagen.
ciring cisamko to nakatanik nika mani dewa cisamosa miraku wa gomenda jaluk nama ni mangana warango pangcakemung mandirang ciring cisamko skangonin abacani gamun abaca bahat traditionally cengoni nakban yamang noni gamun jatna sona ciring cibiskit pangani konki arorang kondekin abacang koyong ode ciring cibiskrang tupken aro jamano dirang sudrang na nam geni dong Jawa iming mandang masiha.
Because of the destructive nature of the traditional agricultural practices that threaten this precious ecosystem, there are many individuals and organizations interested in protecting the Garo Hills. The Meghalaya Forest Department, the Garo Hills Autonomous District Council, and the Wildlife Trust of India, known as WTI, with the support of the International Union for the Conservation of Nature, IUCN, are all working together with the local communities to find a sustainable way forward.
The people are already aware that zooming is no longer feasible because they have seen the production and they can hardly sustain their families. So they are already out for ways and means of other alternatives.
And there is an elephant in the room, as it were. Actually, there are approximately 1,300 elephants in the Garo Hills. When the elephants and the people come into conflict, it is no joke.
Hazalgani cisa November ni cibri tarik Prangni 4:30 bajion wa anda geba obosta onga anda kimu biya agasaku watang naka angni mandeni bimengara thomali menga aruwa acek jatna phathia gata prang 4:30 bajio angchi abachi ribachem uni somayo chaam geba rama ogrong imengna extend onga ha Uko angni jakko sija, anga uni siako dekerekna man paja. Angni zekeba nachel kenaja. Nachel kenaja ani gemen ua tos light rangko teknyen jakal ska. Aro tos light rangko ua atangni jakol nasaan jakal skaja. Ekbas ua ramarangci jakasi jakra ua nate jakalonga. Wan baksa ua mongmakho biya. Adita pit cekeng cibongani andalna sekangan ko nekacem ndiba mameng dakiba wan mongmana biya khatna aro rede khana mansrapja direct nekanin biya reksrape repme uko gostape gajet chole
As tragic as such encounters are, they don't come as a complete surprise.
Tengade wan kangnan nake burung sambal wani gemen tengara mongmang absan nake janggi tangani gemen tengara absan mongmani dalani koba nekaya tengaba burung baksa janggi tangoba tengaba kena janggi genang mija geta dokke galangode sootode
Idrang batu mo i aro
baba itu kira ba
ya fiskal muma wan ko ma na tumu mumar ko
India has a population of 1 billion people, and there's a tremendous pressure on the elephant habitat and the corridors. This is the reason why there's an increase in the human-elephant conflict everywhere, and people retaliate to the elephants are very, very serious. sometimes they poison, sometimes they spear it, sometimes they shoot it. So in order to conserve the elephants, securing elephant corridors are one of the important priority under our preside.
Given the lethal nature of some human-elephant encounters, the people's tolerance is remarkable.
On the whole in India there's great tolerance for animals, for wild animals, and elephant in particular. And as I told you, in the Garo Hills they have particular fondness for this animal, who they consider almost like an elder brother. You know, they refer to the animal in those terms that they would use for their own brother or elder in their family. So there is no doubt that there is frustration, and I think it's more than frustration, sometimes I'm sure anger, because there's huge amount of direct damage that the elephant is doing, whether it's crop damage or damaging their houses or even killing people.
The land in the Garo Hills is now like a mosaic with patches of cultivation interrupting the closed canopy of the forest. Everyone wants to find a way forward that is good for the people and good for the animals.
We are working in close coordination with Wildlife Trust of India regarding the elephant projects. So our main idea is to create a corridor or a passage for elephants to traverse from one forested area to the next. So basically in between we have several villages and jhum plots. Whichever is the general path taken by the elephants, we try to secure these paths by having an agreement with the villages, by creating such corridors as village reserved forests.
안탕 전체닉 때다데 볼 아거 빙도나 따바위 차전 남바다 쯤니아데 아바위 차오바도디 미미시 남자니기면 2층 가신 남자니기면 아바랑 쿠데 땀디 갈르 강아라 강이하 네 가신데 터미틱 보나가긴 건데 아바위 차니데 안데기시 전체야.
As human population has grown and pressure on the natural habitat has increased, it's become more and more urgent to find ways that both protect the needs of the people and preserve nature.
Over the years, what we find is that the people, the villagers, are so very eager to come forward in preserving their patch of land for conservation and for the elephants. And all they require is in turn some sort of incentive, and rightly so, because otherwise it would have been a jhum area which is productive for them. But they are giving a portion of their productive land for conservation works. So it's a great thing.
Aro chinga dura khalakko somni ya committee holo rijap ni kemen jin saro ya rijap ko dona ha sa songna ba ba chathana manjawa aro ya ko dona ode dijang sujang mai ko dona gen mai ko pengen chingya dokte chonogen goba masino wachim aro ya nakino abong mandirang ni kenani ba bong wa jukona wa rijap dona ode aba chathana de manjawa ya arang de government jawa anching songna noknan jatna songna pungna khatepnan goba thala danirang ko nim
지금 장기 당안에 초랑데 마문 받은 거죠. 방아 말고는 스타프 도잉이 봐 방바다 오피스를 만들었다. 내가 말때 야간 배 책내고 발발해야 돼. 나 심막나데 바르다고 디블로코 가쯤. 니바 나 심만 닥자. 아니 바카타서 만나요. 니바 안탐나 프로나 책내 미롱 작공사나 나감 부하사나 디블로코 해야 돼. 지금 대단하게 판다고.
Without alternatives to the traditional agricultural practices, it is hard for the people to survive, let alone consider animal habitat or conserving natural ecosystems.
The location of this village is crucial because it links other chunks of forests with this major chunk biosphere reserve called Nokrek. So which is why this is not only important as a catchment, but also as a link to the biosphere reserve. It's a crucial corridor for the elephants.
Ndakaba 동겐 침 어디 ndakaba thanirang nungge chum dibi chungba ramatang khori geni anchanchia aro ndagen matburungrang ba keban jelanirang ba zaman chen chingni dirang sudang kang khogeni ma adi chanchia
langsung nang bido maini gimana India au sanungza India au India ni apalo dongpa asungrang ba anchena dakchakani ko na namen khushi ombenga maina bisong ancheni burung bolgram rangna khushi onchaka depan asungrang ode tuang jaso depan biap rang ode nengna ningang jo anchena bisong diken khushi onchaka burung jang sio dongin khu anchene aro antangtangan irokpa irokeng khu.
Actually, people around the world are depending on people like the Garo to protect their forests, because this is the best way to absorb carbon from the atmosphere and naturally regulate the Earth's hydrology, weather, and climate.
Reserve ko distrikansu ni forest ni agan thalatani ko manimu chinga ya reserve ko donia dona chanchia aro chanchim ya meeting ko chushwatang da sungni nokni mandirang plakan aro chiring chibisko reserve na dona nanga nim jenma namniki songmu nokmung khomongi nangrami kamko meeting ko chushwatang da meeting ko kha.
Kalakay is not the only community that has decided to create village reserve forests. This project has already stimulated the creation of 9 reserves, and many more communities are now positively considering this option.
Mana yidi daugta chade aba chanam plasm nemo yore daugta sa abara bam go버는가 chuna nian yat chengani chanche sum diba daura chingni nike chancheni khoras ko bada deri bai government ni mandrang ba chingna aganda pis kitapena ni mun dade hainda ke ngode an chene ri japton phuna nike don nanang gen ni mu chade chanchi don projok mena an chingni ba nam gine ngwa ar government ba nam gine ngwa ar mat burung na ba nam gine ngwa mandina sanong jak kamak.
Although the communities are making decisions about their lands, they are receiving incentives to do so. These include capital investment and technical support.
Yan sarsa shua. Sarsa musia degen bar singa yan ang din degi mana na yan. Sak sak po sarsa shua. Yak gumuk sing. Na sung den dak klima na din na. Ni misa dauta na sung ta WH ni kita ri bai mung. Nasung baga na hayu ni ko masade nasung ko patak chak ko ni mo ade akana dauta nasung tak chak chok. Mana aba wian de bersik taman wan galani wa yade chasung ni galani rongja mandi jangi thang de pati non kami chana manani ku nambat ke pong ero. Mana aba wi cha de bola wa ko sen yu sian sen ungaya. Jangi thang nara manja. Bersik muk chung ya chana manja. Arang sen ustong abataya. Mana dak kula abri ke ko aba wi bai dau bau jangi thang na manan. 아바천 닥플레 불시안티 위위바 마음 감사동 전 디바 아팔 데 다우트 테신 다가 호 감이찬 닝 탁나바 만바다 차나바 만바다 닝 느까니바 동자바다 연남 받고 방어야.
The Wildlife Trust of India asked the local people what type of support they would like to receive. Sometimes this is very specific. The Aratika community asked for a motorboat.
Enake song mo kon namblongin nam gini jok bisong yaring ani daude si jok jane gemon khali arte kani si jus rakhlain koro yaring dongode bazal rang rioba song nokli mande sio saneba bia dongo ogmak na altwe jangi thanunga simen rang sauba salade salenga negemang angja songni nukri mandirang iri bajok bomo nina ba mahari tak berang warang tangka heno ba khapararo 하라나 살거버데 미자 시멘 살거버 망선과 장사 오바 당카 만사고 장하데
People who have been living by slashing and burning the forest have limited employment skills. But one thing they can do is plant trees.
Sengara bisa disongku jemaran ko get niya bol sarang branna anang ko takna ikin maran ses inya ari somay ketari pana somay ketani taktelna kirang ge songi nokni manderang ka parang mo singa nirok jodong sa bol sarang ko skatang get nigala aro badia bol ko branna nangai rang ko masija nimin bakpa bol ko brando andita baji ni babu 아는 기타 바지오 안승리 탁나
중미 예리 잡고 논안에 대해 지마 안 번호 중에 리랑 수랑 이게 볼 이게 달달 보고랑고 묵저하 아로 리랑나 이게 아로 송로 녹나 금그리운겐 이니가 면서 리자 프로뽕아.
These forested areas are simply wonderful and open up the possibility of ecological tourism, which allow others to enjoy these beautiful areas and provide a potentially large alternative livelihood for forest communities. By voluntarily choosing to set aside land for village reserve forests, the Garo are doing something of immense value. They're helping to maintain elephant habitat and corridors, and they're ensuring that the water cycle is protected, reducing the threat of flooding and drought. And through photosynthesis, they're ensuring that carbon is being absorbed by the enormous amounts of vegetation that grow in the natural forests.
아기 시방어적 맛부르는 것도 마트랑 뭐 플라건 루아니 동제적 눈이 그러면 송안티안 담프락에 블리즈리잡 그 돈겐츠모레 또 마트랑 바 루나 만나 알아 지 맛부르는 바네 탁나 만나 내가 아기시 보롱롱 겐체도 바느루겐.
What sort of world do we want? Do we want clean water, clean air, to live in harmony with wildlife? If we do, we have to consider how to protect and conserve forests and how to support the livelihoods of those who live in and protect the forest.
아르 맛부릉 바 리잡 동겐츠 뭐데 아브리 보롱롱 겐츠 뭐데 바느루겐 원 만디니 가마고 차이나 나게겐 만디니 도나고 차이나 나겐 니바 다우타 니게 리잡 동네데 막크랑 걸 금먹간 루이먹 비숑에 볼와 비티 금먹 차이릉에 루나 만게나로 우르동어샤 랑골동어샤 마크리동어샤 다우다 바르삭동어샤 마척동어샤 몽마동어샤 맛마부릉동어샤 블롱은 아송나 남그네 옹아 은이 그만 야 맛부릉이랑 거데 도나낭 춤었다다데 금먹 지금간 야 나리 부끄러운 상자 녹그레거 샤농자 지 송놓고 먹은 동나낭아.
Many people may be talking about the need to take carbon out of the atmosphere, but the communities of the Garo Hills are actually doing it. This model, if applied by thousands and millions of villages around the world, could end deforestation and reverse the trend by restoring vast areas of degraded lands. The world needs to recognize that it is not the bankers, the politicians, or the carbon marketers who can physically mitigate and adapt the Earth to climate changes. It is these people. Their contribution is of enormous value and needs to be celebrated, and they need to be supported.
Silaga, Andi.